A quick dive into BTC USDT using Shabby FS Hub market structure strategy. A well detailed, a well structured, a well coordinated strategy in the market that addresses price movement in the right way. Now we're looking at this, we try to minimize time. We don't want too much long time and we record everything short so that we can see our areas of market reaction and move on as fast as possible. So we have here from the bottom weekly time frame. The strategy is all about demand and supply. When we look at demand and supply, we look at break structure. What structure are we looking at? Support and resistance structure. When a support level is broken, we technically look at something. And when the resistance structure is broken, we technically look at something. So this is a weekly time frame. After the bearish fall, you can see here the market formed head and shoulder, head and shoulder. H, this is the head. This is the shoulder, the right shoulder. This is the right shoulder. And this is the left shoulder. So this is a strong bearish price action. And shortly after that is a weekly time frame. Shortly after that, price broke the neckline. This is the neckline of the head and shoulder. When price broke the neckline, price came here on retest. What structure was broken? You can see the dotted line. Let's change the color to black so we can understand where this baby is going to. We have here support structure, break of a support structure, and a break of a neckline, head and shoulder, a bearish price action. So this is the neckline. So when price broke the neckline, it came back here, retest. Monday 10 January 2022, I'm going to call it retest candle, RT1. So let's be specific of all the retest level. This is RT1 after the break of structure. What structure was broken? A demand floor. So a demand floor was broken and the price came on retest and they used the broken demand floor as supply roof. It's very technical. It is what it is. A demand floor, break of a demand floor becomes a supply roof. So we will continue to hold a supply bias, a sell bias until strategy change. So when price return again, we have another retest, second retest, RT again on a weekly time frame. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are wondering why price came to this level, it's not an accident, it's not a coincidence. The market is well structured, the market is well arranged. If you understand the structure, the Shabby way. So price came here on retest. This is the third retest, and we're expecting the fourth retest in the zone of 83,075 into 83,619. We will look at it using our strategy, in-house Shabby way strategy, to look and tell you exactly where the next reaction will be, and it will happen there. It will. So we are convinced because the strategy has been backtested over a period of time. So we decided to let the world know how we approach the market using an orthodox method developed by Shabby. So what we're going to do after the breakout from the head and shoulder pattern, which is a bearish price action, price further tested the neckline the second time, RT2, and dropped. The drop continued until market created a new structure. And they tried to uptrend with very few topic candles on a weekly. Price made a structure out of this place, and I'm interested in structure. What I look out for is the structure of market. When I see the structure of market, I act based on the structure of market and it doesn't go outside the structure. So we see here we have a breakout retest. We have here a resistance structure price made up, come down, and we see between here a structure is broken. Here, demand, 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 break of a demand, supply. So we are going to call here RS. What does RS mean? Resistance becomes support on break of structure. This is also RS. This is also a retest candle. And we have SR. So this is our SR. Support level, break of a support level, retest, RT. When price return, what do you have? Another retest. What is it retesting? A broken support structure. Now a resistance structure. This is a demand floor. Break of a demand floor becomes supply roof. And when price came, price respected the structure, respected the analysis. Now it came again on retest. Let's make a little zone. This is a weekly candle. We have to be very careful with weekly candles and how we make zone out of weekly candles. So this is the break of a resistance structure, an ascending trend line, which I will call ATL. So this is an ascending trend line. All we have here, ascending trend line. All we have here, ascending trend line, ATL. Another trend line, ATL. And the top layer, ATL. They are all ascending trend line. This is a descending trend line, DTL. Our strategy is very orthodox. It's not common. It's different from what you see in the market. Approaching the financial market, you need to have a strategy. And when you have a strategy that is backtested, stick to it. You stick to your strategy and see what the result looks like. We have very excellent result over here. Very excellent results. You can watch our previous videos, watch out the areas of price action, go back and compare it and see the reactions if they are true or not. Evidence is everything. Evidence is everything. If there is no evidence, then there is nothing. So we see price return to demand floor. So on technical, break of a resistance structure, price return, retest, RT. So price return here, RT, this becomes our new demand floor. So technically, on weekly, the digital asset return to demand floor. And you know what happens when price on demand floor? Every touch on the demand floor triggers a buy. That was why when price returned here, it bought. A lot of people say it's manipulation. This is not manipulation. This is not manipulation. This is market structure. Nobody is manipulating you. Market broke out from a resistance structure. The resistance structure made the market into supply. You can see the resistance structure here, break of a support structure, market turned to resistance. Resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, break of a resistance structure became support. Now support is what? Demand. So price became return to demand floor. So it's on demand floor, it's no manipulation. You are the one who is making mistake. Because that was when price came here, after building up a liquidity on the descending trend line, DTL, price respected the analysis. So on technical, I will tell you what will happen next based on technical. So we have here two descending trend line forming a sharp pattern. And ladies and gentlemen, price has broken out from the roof of the descending trend line, which I will change the color to purple. So on weekly, there is demand, heavy demand. Now what happened on the roof? We have a weekly resistance structure acting as a supply roof. Price has broken out from the roof. Now what happened? A broken roof will become a demand floor. It is very technical, but it is what it is. So this was our supply roof. Why is it a supply roof? After the previous all-time high, every time price touch this descending trend line, it end up in a sell. Every time price touch this purple line, it end up in a sell. Now price has broken that sell roof. Now it becomes a demand floor on technical. So we have turned our supply roof now to demand floor because of what price has escaped from a resistance structure. So on return, we expect a more bullish impulse. We are on the impulse leg. That impulse leg was a switch from a supply roof to demand floor. So we expect price to show us a break at the previous all-time high, 74,514.9. Do not be carried away at this level. When price reach here, price is going to smash it to complete the next touch into the breakout of the previous head and shoulder. We had a head and shoulder structure in November 2021. We have first of all the right shoulder, the left shoulder formed, the breakout from the neckline. A breakout from the neckline and a retest confirms that the head and shoulder is real. Characteristics of a head and shoulder: the head must be greater than the shoulder. If the shoulder is greater than the head, that is not head and shoulder. It's fake. So since we have this structure, price has come here, retest one, retest two, three retests. In fact, we have four retests on this level. We have four retests, another retest. So all the retests we see, we are going to pinpoint all of them based on what the price is doing. Retest one, retest two, retest three, retest four before final smashing down of price. So to complete this roof, price has to return into 82,804.0. We use our vertical strategy developed in-house under the control of Xavi. So we come here, we are going to have our next sell order, compulsory sell order trigger at this level. So this is where your next sell order will be. However, market is very, very smart. Sometimes you might not have a trigger. So let's make a zone. So if you are within this zone, you are in a good hand. So we are going to make a box. That box will keep you guided as to where price will come in and give you that rejection you need. So the more you see price into that zone, hold it responsible for sell. It is based on strategy that we developed in-house, tested over a period of time, and it's verified to be true based on evidence and results. So we have 83.891.1 into 81.173.3. You will have a massive sell drop. That will be another touch to the head and shoulder structure which we had in 2021. And you know what happens? That is a supply roof. Price approaching this black line is approaching a supply roof. It's approaching a supply roof. So if we approach this roof this week, which is unlikely, I don't see how price is going to make its way here, but let's keep it between this week and next week. If price approach this black ascending trend line, then it's going to be in the zone of 86.608 into 83.891. So this is what we expect from the market. And it is what it is. It is what it is. So we expect it in two zones, 83.891.1 into 81.173.3 based on structure. So if you are confused, just bear in mind that price approaching a supply roof. We have touched the impulse leg, a demand floor. The impulse leg will surely take price to touch the supply roof. Look at what price has done here. We broke out from the neckline. We retested 1, 2, 3, 4 times, touching the ground. Then we left and created a structure on the bottom floor. This is a weekly time frame, very strong. So every price action you see on a weekly time frame holds a very strong bias. So both institutional and retail traders will be watching for higher time frame analysis. And to look for a quicker entry, you switch to intraday, where you look for opportunity on 4 hours, preferably 4 hours, 1 hour. So in extreme case, we expect price to pull out. If we get to this level, it exposes the market for further upswing. And a break of this black ascending trend line will ultimately usher price into the upper higher roof. This is also a supply roof. A supply roof seeing price in excess of 100K. So when you hear people tell you it's going to hit 100K, don't be in doubt. Follow the structure of the market. When you follow the structure of the market, you see market unfold. So this is what is going to happen. And the magic here is from the bottom structure we had before the upswing. This is very critical because when we clone every break of structure from this ascending trend line, it tallies with exact point we have here in the head and shoulder breakout from a neckline. You can see, let me see, look at this. When we clone this and you take it to where you have the neckline, it is the same. And you take it to the roof where you have a supply roof. This is where you have institutional order. While others may describe this area as bearish order block, you hear things like order block, bearish order block, bullish order block. Forget about those things. I call it demand and supply. That is what it is. Okay? So this is where you have the net supply. The net supply will be at this level. At this level, a lot of institutions are going to do serious dumping. There will be a serious dumping. And when you look at the price action in time past, you will see how market reacted in this level. And what's the probability that market will do the same? The probability is very high. So let's watch and see. This structure is backed internally by many parameters. We apply candle, daily candle rule, we apply RSI divergence, and we apply other technicals. The most important thing you must bear in mind is fundamental analysis. Right now, geopolitical tension in Middle East is setting up liquidity push into yellow metal and other digital assets. They are seeing influx of capital. So this is part of hedging, especially in a time like this, in a time of turmoil. There is fear, there is panic, FOMO, fear of unknown. So investors are risk averse. So they will be looking out for hedge. So yellow metal have been seeing a significant push as price breaking the previous all-time high, creating a new all-time high close of Friday. I anticipate upswing into a higher 2,700 zone. So on technical, we expect price to continue to make higher high. So this is the structure, and so let us give some giveaway to those who are interested in this. Look for sell. So let's see. If price comes here and respect the analysis, you put some respect to that name. Sell 83,891 into 81,173. So this analysis, this sell zone is valid for this week and the next week. If price doesn't hit this by next week, we move our vertical strategy to the upper October. That is by 28th. We're gonna move it. If it doesn't happen, we will continue. All we are looking for is double confluence. Double confluence where our vertical line meets our ascending trend line. So where our vertical line meets our ascending trend line is our double confluence. That is where price action happens. You can't get anything different from that. So for now, hold this bias active and let's watch and see how it unfolds. So that is it. And the rest strategy, we will keep it for in-house. So we believe we've given enough. And this is the best and the most accurate way to approach the market. And you look at another way again, look at here. We have here a resistance structure, break of a resistance structure. Price messed with it, came down, broke the structure, which was supposed to be a support structure, and consolidated, acting as a resistance structure, supply. When price return again, supply. So we came here again on supply. And you see what structure was broken, a resistance structure, because price was playing supply, a supply